Hounds, welcome to Things That Go Bump in the Night, episode 25. We are back. We have had a couple of weeks off. That is my bad. I must apologise for that. I have been rather busy, but we are back and we've got some good horror news to go over. Chris, how you been, dude?
Yeah, man, I'm really well. I would say we've been percolating,
Yes,
maturing.
that's it. Yeah.
Starting to get hair in really weird places, to quote Wayne's World too.
There you go. There you go. It's never a bad thing, is it? Take a break for a couple of weeks, come back
Yeah.
refreshed. Yeah, it's a much needed break, I think. And yeah, I'm good to be back though, and I'm good to dive into some stuff. And what's kind of nice about this is it's another one of those shows today where every kind of news article we're going to be talking about, we've kind of brought up before. So it's just worked out that there's updates on everything. Starting with, I mean, this is kind of good, it's kind of bad. So oddly enough, Chris, I believe it was it was definitely mine. I believe it was yours. So both of us most anticipated film of 2021
Oh, I
is
know.
now
Yeah.
not happening until 2022.
Well, at
I
least at least we've got our first entry for this year's end of year
There
special.
you go. There you go. So I'm of course talking about Robert Eggers The Northman. We've got an official release date now. It has been pushed a little to April the 8th, 2022. So like you said, we've got our first entrance right into our most anticipated films of next year. Is this a surprise?
No, I mean,
I don't think so.
yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, to be honest with you, I thought it. In hindsight, it should have been absolutely obvious that it wouldn't, because
Yeah.
I think when we first started talking about it, they'd only just started principal photography. So to get it to come out that year as well would have been a huge stretch.
Yeah.
And why rush it?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. It's not a Marvel film, but for like Robert Eggers, it's a big film, right? This isn't
Oh yeah,
The
it's probably
Witch
his
or The
biggest one,
Lighthouse.
isn't it?
Yeah, this is like, if you saw the video version of the podcast when we covered this before, they built this whole set for it. It's really nice set, from I believe it's in the 10th century.
Yes.
Like
Yep.
amazing Nordic village. Yeah, it looks incredible. So there's obviously a lot that's gone into this. It's his biggest film by far. I mean, look, it's just a little bit longer to get excited, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the longer they spend on it, the better. Everyone, it's quite strange that they seem to. Not a lot's known about it, but a lot of people working on the film seem to be quite happy to talk about it, to the point of even giving away spoilers.
Yeah, that is
I
true.
mean, that
Yeah,
that quote from one of the cast about Alex Skarsgård's scene in there is brutal. I love it. It
yeah,
sounds like it's going to be so good. And you're right, the Lighthouse and the Witch were very sparse and claustrophobic in different ways. This one sounds like it's going to be like a sprawling epic.
yeah. It really does. Yeah, it's I can't remember who said it, but someone said that the production was absolutely enormous.
Yeah,
It is a real epic of a film. I can't wait, man. Just if you could see me right now, there is just such a huge smile on my face thinking about this film.
well, for example,
Not
if
wait.
you look at The Witch, there was right at the beginning, before the family gets banished, there is a village scene
That is true.
that
That is true. Yeah.
would have been some significant work in that, but it's fleeting. It's what,
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
minutes
Oh, too
tops.
like there it's when they're getting kicked out.
From
They're
then
just
on,
getting
it's
kicked out.
it's it's
Yeah.
one farm and a forest.
Yeah.
So the lighthouse is obviously a lighthouse and a shack.
Yeah.
So this is going to be big. It's going to feel big, I think.
I agree. Yeah. And like that opening scene of The Witch, I don't get the impression that they actually built that set. I reckon they went and location scouted somewhere where
Tighten it up a
something like
bit.
that was set up, or it was like a reenactment
Did they
place or
film
something.
in New England?
Yeah, I
Because
believe so.
it might
Yeah.
already be one of those, like we have them over here, like the living museums where people
Yes.
are dressed.
Yeah.
It could
There's a
even be one of those.
Yeah, there a lot of films use them. I've actually been looking at stuff like that for a future project I want to do, because if you can go in and hire out places like that, you've got everything set up for you
Yes,
already.
it's sorted, isn't it?
Yeah, especially if you don't have the money to build big sets. But as we keep saying on this, he's built a whole Nordic village, which is incredible.
It's gonna be brilliant. The
Yeah,
cast, I'm so excited for it.
yeah,
Really, really
so am I, man.
excited.
So am I.
And to be one of our most anticipated in 2021, now it's 2022. So what? Good. Gives me something else to look forward
Gives you
to.
something else, exactly, man.
There's, we've got, I believe, the Green Knight. We've got
Yeah,
Candyman,
yeah.
and we've got your favourite, Halloween Kills.
Oh yeah, mate. Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait. Yeah.
But I'm getting a bit impatient for a trailer for this though. Even just a little teaser. I'd love to see some footage.
Well, if you read somewhere down in the link I sent you, it does say that there is it's not available to us, it's not publicly available, but they did send I think it's like a 4 or 5 minute montage of
Yeah,
footage back to the studio. So they're like, I would love to see it. There's definitely footage going around of
they're
it. Like
very
obviously it's
happy,
not
aren't
public.
they?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Dude, I can't wait. I really can't wait.
I hope I don't want to dwell too much, but I really hope he gets 3 for 3 with amazing films. There's no reason why he shouldn't. I just really hope. Do you know the danger is, the witch, the lighthouse. You put someone on a pedestal, and you want them
Oh
so
yeah,
bad to do it
definitely,
again. I
definitely. But
really,
I would kind of argue that. See, I was really hyped for the Lighthouse more so because it was like his follow up to The Witch. So it's like, oh, what
yeah,
can you do
same,
now? Just because
yeah,
I loved The Witch so much, I weren't really that excited about the premise of the Lighthouse, though. What he delivered, I really enjoyed.
yeah,
But the whole premise of this, that has me really excited. That
yeah,
is, it's very unique. I don't think there's anything else like it. Yeah, I'm just really into getting lost within worlds at the minute and people that like do a lot of world building and tie in a lot of mythology and stuff. So yeah, man, I can't wait. I
What's really
really
cool is
can't.
you've got a director who effectively come out of nowhere with The Witch.
Oh yeah,
Probably no expectations at all on him, and then such a success, he gets to go ahead to make The Lighthouse, which is one of the most arty films I've ever seen.
yeah,
Fascinating film. And then you think, okay, what are you going to do next? And he just goes off, well, it's going to be swords and axes in a huge Viking adventure. I think it's obviously that's what I'm going to do next. I think
that's exactly it. Yeah,
people who keep you guessing, I think, are really exciting. So I can't wait.
yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, I sound like a bloody broken record now, but yeah, I'm not right. We're done. We're done. We're moving on. We're moving on. So, so that's something else I'm really excited about. So a trailer has dropped for Fear Street, which is
Mm,
the R.L. Stein adaptation that we brought up a little while ago. So the tagline that Netflix have released for this is 3 movies, 3 weeks, one killer story. What did you think of the trailer?
I thought it was really good. What I really like is the way they're marketing it. Those
Yes.
really
Yeah.
vibrant neon colors for
Yeah.
the three different years.
Yeah.
Um, I find it intriguing how they're going to wrap it round into one story. I
Yeah.
think
Agreed.
R.L. Stein's great. He's an absolute force in writing. I mean, he's written more books than Stephen King, which is something. And
Yeah, that's incredible, isn't it?
the
Like
amount
that
of
just
people
doesn't
who
get talked about enough.
Stephen King is such a prolific writer. I mean, it's insane. There's been years when he's brought out, I believe, I was looking at his bibliography, and there's a couple of years when he's done like 3 books in one year. And they're not little pamphlets or anything.
Yeah, just on
R.L.
my hat.
Stein blows him out of the water. It's just, and
Yes.
you're right,
Amazing.
they're a younger audience, they're shorter, but they're decent books. My kids like them. I read them
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
They're really good. And Fear Street being for the older teenager as opposed to Horrorland and Goosebumps.
Yeah.
What I really like is I think this will be a good film. Like I think these will be kind of like those gateway films where you can start introducing your kids when you feel they're ready to horror films.
Dude, I
So
hope so. I really
my
hope so.
my son's 13 next month, and he
Perfect.
loves horror films.
Yeah.
I've shown him various different things like old classics like 1958, Hammer Horror, more modern ones that I thought he can handle. And the other day I said, right, he liked the Goosebump film. He likes Fear Street and Goosebump books. I showed him, what's it called? Stories to Tell in the Dark. Scary Stories to Tell in the
Scary
Dark.
Stories, yeah, man.
Yeah, showed him
Yeah.
that. Absolutely loved it. And
Dude,
there was a couple of bits in there that just give him chills. And he was like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that. I
Dude,
really like that.
You've hit the nail on the head. There is something that has been missing from the market for 20 years, and that is the children's horror film.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist anymore. Like, it, in a weird way, I think, because for a while all horror went away from being R-rated.
Mm.
You know, people were clamoring so much just to get back to R. Now that's all it is. It's all kind of R-rated or adult. Even stuff that's not R-rated is still adult. But where are the Gremlins and stuff like
Yeah,
that? You know, they're
Gremlins.
like,
Yeah.
the real, like, they're horror films, but they're for kids. And I don't think that
It's
was
the
a big
sort.
part of growing up for me.
It's the sort of films where it's a difficult subject because obviously, like some of these films are 15s, and you're showing them to kids slightly younger.
Like longer, yeah.
Within your own home, it's up to the parent to decide how mature their child is and what they like. But it's those mid-range horrors where the kids that they feel like they're doing something really cool, staying up late,
Yeah,
either
yeah,
on their own or with their parents, watching something while the younger ones go to bed. My son loves it, and this is exactly that. Do you
yeah,
remember the Monster Squad
yeah,
from? I mean
yeah.
that I watched it the other day with my daughter. She's 10, and I hadn't seen it since I was a kid. I knew it was a kids' film, but a kids' horror. We put it on. She absolutely loved it. I loved it. It really holds up well, and it's actually quite scary in places.
Yeah.
There's a couple of bits where I thought,
Yeah,
is
there's some
she
good
going to be
stuff in it.
okay? But no, she was fine. She loved it.
Really like the Monster Squad, man. Some really great.
That's a great film.
Yeah, there's some great character work and stuff, because obviously they weren't allowed to use the designs from the classic Universal Monster stuff, so
Yeah,
they're called slightly
they
slightly
they
different.
get it. They get away with it very well, I think.
Yeah. Oh man, it's good. It's really, oddly enough, I think it was you that told me that it was on Amazon Prime.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I went and watched it. Yeah,
I
it's
bet that must have triggered some happy memories. But like
oh yeah,
even
yeah,
at the beginning when it's back in time section,
yeah,
and you've got all like
yeah,
the zombie skeletons coming out the
yeah.
floor. When I first put it on, I thought, oh my god, she's not going
Yeah,
to
dude,
sleep tonight. But she loved it.
I would love to see the return of those films. Like I tell you, like, even in a weird way, it's not horror, but that is saying about Monster Squad. Famously, that kind of, I believe it got lost in the shuffle with the Goonies. That it was like people just thought it was like a
Yes.
rip-off of the
Yeah.
Goonies. So I don't think it really got the credit it deserved. But again, like with the Goonies, where are those films? Like the closest we've had to those, I would argue, is probably like the Harry Potter stuff, which does have some horror stuff in it as well, like some monster stuff and everything. But apart
Yes.
from that, I mean, we don't really get any of that stuff anymore.
The tides could be changing because the new Ghostbusters film, it's not aimed at you and I, even though we'll watch it and hopefully we'll love it. It's for the next generation, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I hope so. But bringing it back to Fear Street, what do you? Oh, first of all, so like you said, the three films are set during three completely different generations.
94, 70 something, 1666.
And it goes backwards. So we start in 94. Like week one is 94. Did we know that?
We did know that. We knew it was going to be these different years,
but did we
it was going to be tied
that
together
they
somehow.
would present it with, like, the first film would be 94?
I don't think we knew the order.
No, I thought that was quite interesting. When I watched the trailer, I was like, oh, okay, that's
but not only that, we now know that it ends with 1664, but it relates to someone in 94. So it comes full circle.
I love it, man. I love the idea of it. I especially love the way Netflix are building this as like an event, like a 3-week event.
That's brilliant. The marketing's really great.
It's such a great idea. It's almost the perfect transition of what Netflix can offer, as in they've built their audience really on television, like Stranger Things and stuff like that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And this is bringing film into that world of, like, it's a film series, but you've shot all of them at the same time, and you're going to release them as a 3-week event. I love that. I think there's something to that, man. If this works,
they're doing very well.
I hope they do more. I really do. Not like just Fear Street. I mean, that kind of
Event
3 week or
status, yeah.
4 week. Yeah, like it doesn't have to be a TV show. It can be like a feature film, but releasing like one a week that ties in, that would be cool. That would be cool.
What I really like is when these films start, my son will be 12, and when it ends, he'll be 13.
Oh no way, that's funny.
Yeah, I think the last one's the 16th. His birthday's on the 13th.
Oh, that's really cool.
Would
That's
you
cool.
believe he was actually born on Friday the 13th while I was born on Halloween?
Makes perfect sense.
It's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah. If people know you like I know you, Chris, that yeah, of course, that doesn't make that is not weird in any way, shape, or form. All right, dude. Moving on to another trailer, quite trailer heavy this week. So I had to bring this one up. I don't know if I brought this up on the show before.
I don't recall it.
No?
This is new. This is new to me. Yeah.
Right, okay. So it's a English film, BFI funded, I believe, called Censor. It done great on the festival circuit or the virtual festival circuit earlier this year with premiered at Sundance, which, you know, absolutely incredible, especially for UK indie genre film. Like, you know, that's just the absolute dream. So you didn't know much about this.
No, not at all.
I've sent you this over. What do you think?
It's really hard not to gush over stuff, but what I'll say first, that poster is excellent with the kind of the editing static going across the middle when you see like a change in her.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic. What's the fella's name? The Irish fella.
Michael Smiley.
Michael Smiley.
Yeah.
I mean, he's great in everything.
Yeah, mate.
Nice to see him very, very menacing in that. It looks brilliant. I love like the juxtaposition of like the old, I'm assuming 70s style films that she's editing. 80s. And then it cuts to her in her time. I think it looks really good, really interesting. Seems like there's a really interesting story with the disappearance of her sister. Yeah, I can't wait for this. And looks like there isn't long to wait at all.
So I'll obviously drop the link below to the trailer, but for those that don't know, so it's called Censor because it revolves around Enid, who is a video like certificate censor. So she works for the British Board of Film Classification, I believe, in the film. But
she's the person who cut out the upside down dick in Goonies when they break the statue.
There you go. So it's based around the video nasty era of the 80s when that was like literally a thing. Like they were, you know, films would come over here and you would watch it and then you'd hear about the version in America and you'd be like, well, we didn't get that.
And it looks like snuff films as well. They look very...
Yeah. Well, this definitely is going to tie in to the snuff film. I don't know how much I want to say that might give some stuff away people don't want to know. But yeah, just go and watch the trailer. I think this looks fantastic. It's been getting great reviews. I mean, there's a couple of reviews on that poster you were talking about, which insane. Like this is just getting top reviews up and down. The trailer I think looks amazing. Yeah, man. I can't.
What I like as well is with the poster, it's not a picture. Well, it might be a picture and they've changed it, but it looks like a painting like they used to do on the 80s covers. Like I don't know, like Bill Murray in Scrooged, where it's actually a painting of
Yeah, it definitely looks like. I don't know if that's an effect, but either way,
it might be an effect. Yeah.
Yeah, either way, it looks great, man. So this is, again, not going to say too much. Go down below, watch the trailer. This is hitting theaters on June the 11th, and VOD will follow on June 18th. I believe that is American. I'm not sure about England yet or Europe. I don't think they've announced that yet. But the dates we have now are theaters June 11th and VOD June 18th.
I reckon when we get a date for over here, we should go and see it in the theaters, and then straight away do a special recording.
Done. All right, done. That's locked now, Chris. You've said it.
I'm desperate to get back to the cinema.
Yeah, I am, mate. They opened, for those of you out there that are not in the UK, our cinemas reopened this week. So yeah, man, I'm probably gonna go back.
Is there anything particularly good playing at the moment?
Well, I've held out on seeing Godzilla versus Kong. And I'm a real sucker for monster films, right?
Yeah.
So I've held out on seeing Godzilla versus Kong just because the first time I want to
You want the
experience it.
proper experience.
Yeah, I want it in a cinema, man. So I've been looking at my local Odeon and when I can get down there, and I think I might do it this Sunday. Might have to try and convince my girlfriend to come with me if she wants to, but if she doesn't, then I'll probably just go and watch it on my own.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, mate,
Nothing
I've
wrong
done it
with
plenty
that
of
at
times.
all.
Done it plenty of times. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right, dude. We're coming to the final part of the show.
Almost forgot about that. I was about to say goodbye.
Oh, bloody hell, sir. This is like your
What are you
segment.
talking about?
This is your segment.
I'm out of practice.
You're out of practice. Yeah. Well, like I said, we've been away for a couple of weeks. We have returned, and Chris has returned with another excellent, really, really good, creepy link of the week. Tell us what you got, sir.
I know absolutely nothing about this. So last couple of days I thought I want to find something really good. What does Scott like? He likes puppets and stop motion. So that's why I was just looking for. Waded through a lot of crap. And then I found this one and thought, well, it's pretty short. I'm not sure. But when I watched it, the music, everything, and dude, this was this guy's university project.
This is incredible.
What did you think?
Just top to bottom. I love it.
I knew you'd like it.
Yeah, man. It's very Tim Burton.
Yeah.
It really reminds me actually of I've got something in my head. I want to say like maybe something from Beetlejuice or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's incredible. The music
was stunning.
It sounds like it's something played backwards.
I got the. To me, it
got
sounds like I don't know if you remember, but one of the early creepy links was a track by Moom, the Icelandic band.
Yeah.
And it to me, the music just had that feeling like you was listening underwater, like a very dull noise. The stop motion, which probably explain, it seems to be this guy talking to, I don't know, maybe talking to death, maybe talking to his own anxiety, and he's being warned about all these different things he shouldn't do. Reminded me a little bit of, do you remember the one we did with Mark Twain?
With Mark Twain.
With Lucifer, with that mask. It reminded me a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And I like the way on the guy who's like the monster in it. They've kind of the skeletal frame that they've used for the models. I like the way they've poked that out and just left it to look like claws out of his fingers.
Bear with me because I've got this thing from Beetlejuice in my head, right? I believe it's the like guy or creature thing that conducts the wedding. That's in my.
Yeah, he looked like a domino that was fatter at one end. Yeah, he looked like a hash brown.
Yeah,
a McDonald's hash brown in a suit.
Right, hold on 2 seconds. Right, so Chris, I've got an image here of the thing I'm thinking of in Beetlejuice. I'm going to send it to you over the chat. Give your reactions live to this. You ready?
Yes.
Doesn't it look like this?
Scott, Jesus Christ, you can't send me pictures like that. Put some clothes on.
Wrong folder.
That is that's it, isn't it?
That's it, right?
Yeah, this guy's he's a Tim Burton fan.
He's a Tim Burton fan.
I can see it, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought of straight away. Straight away. That's not taking anything away from the short. The short is incredible.
No.
And it's just definitely influenced.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
just more teeth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's the one.
So
yeah, man.
Yeah, this short, stop motion animation film called A Kiss in the Darkness. We'll put the link below. But it is amazing. It's amazing.
That's really cool.
Yeah. It's like you said, it's kind of like the darkness figure, if you will, is like, I got the impression it might be like the Grim Reaper trying to tease him. Is it, like you said, his anxiety or something like that? You could play it both ways, but like I always say, that's the mark of a good film.
Yes.
Is that you can read it multiple different ways,
The only thing I would say is there's not a lot else on his channel. He did this, I think this is a couple of years old from university. So I hope he's going on to continue this kind of stuff.
Yeah, did you actually see the upload date on this?
No, what was it?
Check it out.
4 years ago.
Yeah, what day?
Yo, Halloween.
Yeah.
Wow. He said 15,000 views. Man.
Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, it deserves more than 15,000 views.
He's been really sporadic. Like there's one 2 years ago, another one 2 years ago, one year ago, and that's it.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it, man? Like, just fucking. I just hope he's
I hope he's
working
doing
somewhere. Yeah, creating incredible stuff. You know,
Creepy
maybe he's in
Baby
like
Productions.
Tim Burton studio or something.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that'd be cool.
that's the guy's. Sorry, I spoke over that. That's the guy's YouTube channel, Creepy Baby Productions. Go and check it out. Yeah, this short is incredible, man. I think people are going to get a real kick out of this, especially because I know a lot of our listeners love stop motion animation.
Yeah, I thought it was. To be honest with you, I wasn't expecting it to be that good. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's really, honestly, dude, it's incredible. You have, once again, you have returned in style.
Thank you.
Something amazing, sir. I
I
can't
think
wait to see what you bring up next week.
I really do think you need to start introducing a round of applause system.
Yeah. People can go and give you that on
All right then.
just every time they love your creepy link. Just
I expect to see lots of gifs of applause.
there you go. Exactly. Yeah, just loads of them, just tons of them, just filling up your feed. All right, dude. It's been good. I've enjoyed coming back.
Yeah, me too,
And,
man.
yeah, man. We're going to be picking this back up quite regularly again. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us again, boys and girls. And until next week, Horror Hounds, stay very, very safe.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.